I am going to recap number 1, even though I think we already, did we do the domain and range already?
Yeah.
All right, I'll just recap it. So, what? I don't know what you're talking about. Okay. The domain is the X values, so it's the years since 1980. So remember, it goes from 0 to 20 because our years go from 1980 to 0. So you're always going to start at 0 with the rulers down. And then the range is the cost of a movie ticket. So if you were to plug in 0, so it's the price of a movie ticket from the beginning to the end. So the smallest to the highest. So the beginning you would plug in 0, so f of 0, and you would get 275 less than or equal to f of x less than or equal to, and then for the end you plug in 20 because you want to know what's the cost of a movie ticket in 2000, which is 20 years later. So if you plug 20 into the function for x, you end up getting 475. So that is our domain range. And then we graph it. I already kind of showed you what your graph should, like the size of your graph. So I think you already have it, the x and y done, right? Please put the protractors and the rulers down. So you've got your x-axis here and your y-axis there. And then you always have to label your x and y-axis. So we're going to say years, always say years since whatever. So for us, it's been since 1980. And then for the y-axis, it's dollars. All right. So if we have to go from 0 to 20 in x, you might have enough room to let every tick mark be 1 year, or you can let every tick mark be 2 years, so that you'd only have 10 tick marks. Either is fine. I'm going to do the every 2 years. So we'll do 2, 4, 6, all the way to 20. So if you don't have your labels down, go ahead and, or your intervals down, go ahead and put them down. And then, did we talk about the y-axis already?
No.
So it's going from, you always start, for here we'll start at 0. We don't need to make a break in the graph. And you always want to go up a little bit past your highest value. So if our highest value is 475, how high up on the y-axis do you think we should go?
5.
Same thing.
Yeah, let's go to 5. Remember I said, not same thing, always go a little bit past. So we'll go to 5. So you can either let every tick mark be $1. However, since we are in decimals, it is going in increments of 0.1. You could go in increments of 0.2, 0.25, 0.5. Pick one. I'm going to do 0.5. So 50 cents. So every tick mark is going to be 50 cents. That would mean I would need 10 tick marks total on the y-axis. So 0.5, 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, 'Next, we need to plot our first point and our last point. So our first point is when x is 0, the y was 275. And then the last point on the right is when x is 20. We said the cost was 475. So we are going to now plot those 2 points, draw a line segment between them. Remember, don't put arrows. because it doesn't go past these years. So go ahead and do that part. I will get it. That's what that should look like. You can sit anywhere today. All right. Do you have your line drawn? Okay. While you finish drawing your graph, I'm gonna whoa. I'm going up. I'm about to pick up the straight edge. I put 4 for a straight edge, so we'll get 1 point on here.
No.
You label your X and Y axis. Don't go past 20. Don't go past 20. Doesn't go past 20.
We are doing
Okay, so let's answer the next question. So the next one is part B on number 1. It says find the value of X so that f of X is 455. Remember, this means that if they give us f of X, we replace that with f of X in the function. Rulers down, please. So we're going to, instead of f of X equals, we're going to write 455 equals 0.1 X plus 275. And then we're going to solve for X. Oh, I ought to do this on the smartboards. So, 455 equals 0.1 X plus 275. Subtract 275 from both sides. And that's 1.8. Shh. Are we doing this? Take your AirPods out. AirPods out. Divide by 0.1. What's 1.8 divided by 0.1? 18. So we found that X is equal to 18. Now we have to explain what it means. So what does this mean in this situation? Don't tell me X or f of X. Maybe I'll help you. If X is 18, what year would it be?
18.
Year 18? Like back when Jesus was, huh?
I'm so confused.
If X is 18, what year is it?
1800.
Okay, let's raise your hand. Think about the question. Raise your hand if you think you have a response, please. 1998. So say in 1998. Movie tickets were How much?
$4,000.
$4.55. Were you about to say 4,000? What? No, okay. I thought I heard 4,000. In 1998, movie tickets were $4.55. That's what that means.